think we're going to go ahead and get started. So I do want to tell you guys thank you for coming to our webinar called New Indiana Courses and Pathways. As you know, there's been a lot of changes in Indiana with the courses, and we are adjusting what we're offering as well. And so what we're going to do today is go over some of the courses in the pathway that we have available for Indiana. The speaker today, Matt, is Matt Arnold, and I will let him introduce himself.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Matt Arnold, a curriculum developer at CodeHS. Yeah, and I'm going to be walking you through Indiana courses a bit today, and also Indiana pathways. And I'm also based here in Indiana as well. So I've been trying to keep up with all the changes that are happening in Indiana based around computer science education. So.
Thank you, Matt. And I'm Leanne Grant, and I'm a professional development specialist here at CodeHS, and I taught in Indiana at computer science in Indiana, so I do understand. And then we have two other people on support, both Stephanie and Robin, who are both also based in Indiana. So we have a lot of Indiana knowledge here for you guys today. Go ahead and go to the next slide. We already talked about a little bit about the agenda. We have our pathways and our slides. I'm going to drop in the slides so you guys can follow along as well. And I am putting them here into the chat as we get going. Anything you guys have questions about, we're going to go ahead and put them into the chat. I know the next couple slides say to use the Q&A, but we have a kind of a smaller audience today, and we want you guys to be able to talk back and forth. So we are going to use the chat today instead. And just as a reminder, if you don't have a CodeHS account, you can also sign up at codehs.com/sign up. And from there, if you sign up, make sure that you sign up with your teacher account so you can be verified. What I mean by teacher account is like a teacher email, like a school email. So if you don't know anything about us at CodeHS, you can go to the next slide. CodeHS, we have a comprehensive platform for computer science in elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. So we have a full K through 12 web-based computer science curriculum. We have online and offline professional developments, and we offer a full software platform with teacher tools and resources. And along with that as well, we have, I'll go to the next slide, instant feedbacks and submission systems. We have a lot of different kinds of grading and tracking tools for teachers, and it's all web-based. So there really isn't any other downloads or plugins needed. So this is where I am going to pass it off to Matt. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat.
Yeah, thanks, Leanne. Like Leanne said, if you have any questions during the presentation this morning or this afternoon, feel free to put those in the chat, and I'll try to address them as we're going. But if I do miss it, I'll try to come back and answer those towards the end of the presentation. I'm going to kick off with talking a little bit about Indiana pathways. CodeHS pathways are 100% aligned to Indiana computer science standards. They can be customized based on district needs. So you can reorganize different courses and how you want to basically create your custom computer science program if you don't have one already in place at your school. And also the K through 12 curriculum covers elementary block-based interdisciplinary programming lessons, all the way up to College Board endorsed AP courses as well. We'll take a little bit of time to look at all the different pathways, K through 12, to see what we offer at CodeHS for the state of Indiana. Before I jump into that, I do want to share with you the Indiana page on our site. So if you do go to codehs.com/Indiana or /states/IN for Indiana, we have a really great page that is very current on the different types of curriculum that we offer for high school, for middle school. We also have the link to the different pathways on this page as well. So it's more of an interactive type pathway website where you can go in and select all the different courses and see what they're about. So I'm not going to be able to, in this short amount of time, go through every single course that we have to offer, but I will kind of give you a quick overview of what some of the different pathways are that are on this page. So again, after the presentation today, after the webinar, I encourage you to go to codehs.com/Indiana and check out the computer science pathways. This is a newer page that we're sending out to all the different states, and this one is put together by me, and actually I'll be updating it as IDOE updates their CTE courses and things like that. So this will be very current, and I'll be on top of that as changes happen from the IDOE. So with that said, let's take a look at all these different pathways that we offer. Elementary pathway. So we have kindergarten through fifth, Indiana Computer Science pathway that's set up. And again, you can go in and take a look at all those individual courses that we have to offer. This pathway has been reviewed and approved for Indiana's high quality curriculum materials advisory list. So that means that we've submitted a rubric along with other information to the IDOE to get our materials, make sure that they're approved and they're high quality and they meet the standards that the IDOE is looking for schools in computer science, specifically in the elementary pathway. This pathway is designed to provide computer science instruction for Indiana elementary students, and it's aligned to the Indiana K through 5 computer science standards. So everything is 100% aligned in the elementary pathway that we have to offer. Now taking a look at the middle school pathway, this is one that I'm really excited about because it's based off of some newer middle school modules that we built just about a year ago. So it's got some really great curriculum and materials in there, some interactive, engaging lessons that you can check out. For sixth graders, seventh graders, eighth graders, we tackle all the different ones, and it's sort of building blocks along the way, getting them prepared to go into high school computer science. This pathway has also been reviewed and approved for Indiana's high quality curriculum materials advisory list. So we're excited about that. And also this pathway is designed to provide computer science instruction for Indiana middle school students, and it's aligned to the Indiana 6 through 8 computer science standards. So that's our middle school pathway that we have to offer. Now I'm going to take a look at the high school pathway, and this isn't just one single pathway for high school. So what we've done is we've taken the career technology education, or CTE courses, that are now known as the next level programs of study. You might have heard NLPS abbreviated, because we do like our acronyms in education. The next level programs of study, those have multiple pathways for high school. So we align to several different pathways at the high school level, and you're going to see a few of those within this presentation. So the first one to start off with is the computer science high school pathway. Currently, this pathway falls under, if you were to look at the next level program of study list of courses, it falls under the information technology cluster. In what I have looked at, the materials coming from the IDOE recently, it does look like that may be changing. So instead of being under information technology, they may be shifting that to be under the STEM cluster. It's a different cluster within the CTE setup. It's basically the platform and infrastructure that the CTE courses fall under. So if that does change, we will be updating our pathways here as well. So be on the lookout for that if that changes in the future. This is the preferred pathway for students that are just going into computer science, and they want to go through that track of getting their foundational understanding in the principles of computing course. This is the introductory course for several of the pathways that are in CTE. So if students are going into cybersecurity in that pathway, they'll also be taking this introductory course. So it's sort of the basic foundational CTE course that students will be diving into for multiple pathways in the NLPS pathways that are offered in Indiana. So they'll take that, preferably their ninth grade year, and then we recommend in 10th grade they take our new topics in computer science course. We have both of these. We have a version of these offered in our catalog for Indiana already set up and ready to go. And then in the 11th grade, they can take the Indiana computer science course, which we don't offer that currently yet, but there's also an AP course that they can take as well if they took like APCSA or CSP. It says CSA, but I think the CSP, actually those standards align maybe a little bit better with the Indiana computer science ones. But there is an AP course that can be substituted for that third course in this pathway. And we do offer both of those. So if you are interested in incorporating that into your CS pathway or your CS program at your high school, we have those courses to offer there for that third year if you'd like to do that as well. And then the 12th grade is the capstone course, which the IDOE is still working on some standards for that, I believe. I don't know that those have been quite released yet. At least the last time I looked, they hadn't. So I'm going to take a look at a couple, one of those courses, the Principles of Computing course. We've had that since I want to say a year or a year and a half ago. We've been offering that course. Topics in Computer Science is one of our newer courses. This is a really interesting course if you haven't taught it yet. I would recommend it for 10th graders. It's that second course in that CS pathway. It's course number 7351. That's the course that's in the NLPS CTE curriculum guide that the IDOE offers. Topics in Computer Science is designed for students to investigate emerging disciplines within the field of computer science. Students will use foundational knowledge from that previous course, the Principles of Computing course, to study the areas of game development, cybersecurity, data science, and artificial intelligence. And this is one of the reasons why I said this is a very interesting course, because it has a lot of breadth across the computer science field. So you're looking at, I believe there's really, I've got 4 of them listed here, but I think there's 5 different domains that are in this course altogether. The game development, cybersecurity, data science, artificial intelligence. There's a 5th one as well. I think it has to do with programming. That's in there too. So there's quite a bit in this one course, and it's a really interesting course. Students will utilize their knowledge related to these areas and programming skills then to develop solutions to authentic problems. So there's quite a bit in this course, which is really fascinating to me, just because it gives students a deeper understanding into multiple areas that they may have covered briefly in 1 unit or 2 in the first course. So it dives deeper into these areas, which is a really neat transition from that freshman to sophomore year. So the other next level programs of study, or CTE pathway, that I want to talk about is the cybersecurity pathway. And we offer several courses in this pathway as well. Again, this falls under the information technology cluster. I don't foresee this pathway getting moved. I think it'll stay there. Whereas the CS one will probably be moved over to the STEM cluster later on. Again, this pathway also starts with that Indiana Principles of Computing course that we offer. So students may want to take that their freshman year, even if they don't really know what direction or pathway they want to go. They're going to need to know that all the content that's in that course, they're going to need to know that moving into multiple pathways. So it's a really good foundational course to get them started. And then as they kind of explore those multiple areas, then maybe they want to focus on cybersecurity, and this would be a good pathway for them. We offer a Fundamentals of Cybersecurity course, which aligns to the Fundamentals of Cybersecurity Indiana standards. We also offer the Advanced Cybersecurity course, which also aligns to the Indiana standards. So we also have those 2 courses for the sophomores and for juniors. And then the 12th grade, they have a cybersecurity capstone course there as well. We don't have that quite developed yet, but hopefully we'll have more offerings later on as more high schools begin to adopt some of these courses from the NLPS curriculum. The other pathway that I want to talk about is the software development pathway. And this one is also falling under the information technology cluster for the next level programs of study. And it also begins with that principles of computing course. So maybe students, when they are done with that introductory ninth grade course, they decide that they really want to be a software engineer, or they really want to dive into building apps and other applications that are web-based maybe, or they're really fascinated with software development. So this might be a good pathway for them to go into. We have some courses that align somewhat to this pathway. The first one definitely does. That's the Principles of Computing course. We have that offering already. We are working on a website and database development course for Indiana. That one will be sort of a combination of website and design and also website development. Then software development, hopefully we will have that offering later on as well. And then that also ends with a capstone course there. So we have some more development work in our curriculum that will hopefully be coming down the line for this pathway as well, and students wanting to go into software development. The last pathway that I'm going to mention is still kind of moving around a bit. This is the STEM pathway. This is where computer science will be going to later on. It's sort of under that STEM cluster rather than information technology. We currently offer the Indiana Introduction to Computer Science course. This is course number 4803. And I'm going to talk more specifically about that course in just a moment. But that's all that we have offered in this pathway. And the reason for that is because it's the only computer science course that's in this STEM high school pathway. So it's more of an introductory course. I thought, and I think a lot of educators in Indiana thought, that maybe this course would end up being the course that would meet graduation requirements, eligibility for that for the class of 2029 and moving forward. Those students have to have a CS course in order to graduate and meet graduation requirements. I thought that maybe this one might be it, but it's not. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But yeah, there's some changes and shifts there as well. Before I jump into this course a little bit more, I do want to point out that on the pathways page, I've highlighted a lot of different pathways for high school. Middle school and elementary, they only just have the one pathway here with these courses that you can dive deeper into. But the high school has multiple pathways that we talked about. And you can simply drop down from the menu there into any of the different pathways that we talked about. So that will change your courses on the side. So let's say we want to take a look at software development. We can dive deeper into this course because we do offer it. These other courses we don't quite offer yet, but those will hopefully be coming. And then same with computer science, you can dive deeper into, and cybersecurity. So that's a quick way to be able to navigate on our page between the different pathways that we offer for high school, since there are so many of them. Some states only have one. So yeah, we're excited to have multiple pathways that we can offer at the high school level. So many great courses in different topic areas. So I want to dive a little bit deeper into that STEM course now, taking a look at Introduction to Computer Science. We do offer this course. We have it designed specifically for Indiana students. It's the Indiana Introduction to Computer Science course that focuses on teaching students important computing topics such as programming, operating systems, IT infrastructure, and how to work with data. The course also places an emphasis on helping students develop logical thinking and problem-solving skills. This course is going to be redeveloped at the, I want to say it's the Commission for Higher Education in the state of Indiana. They will be reworking the standards for this course to make it more career-oriented. It's going to focus on career exploration rather than into computer science standards. That's one of the reasons why this course will no longer be eligible, or won't be eligible at all, when students start having to meet that CS graduation requirement, because by the time those students are at ready for graduation, class of 2029, starting with them, this course will be completely revamped. I believe that's the goal from IDOE according to their statements. So this course is going to be more career exploration. It will not have programming in it, from what I understand, which is one of the focus of the eligibility requirements for graduation. So that's one of the big pieces that's going to be missing from the newer course. So since that course is going to be reworked, we do offer it now. So students now they can still take that course this year. Moving forward, there's going to be a new course that we are getting ready to develop. I will actually be building this one very soon here. So we hope to offer this very quickly. It was just announced by IDOE this, I want to say May. And it's the Computing Foundations for a Digital Age. And it's course number 4564. So according to the IDOE, this is the preferred course for students who need to still meet that computer science graduation requirement, but maybe aren't going to go down a specific pathway like computer science or cybersecurity, or they just need to meet that graduation requirement. This is the preferred course that the IDOE would prefer that students take. This course will fall under the CTE NLPS courses. So it's not a general course. It will still fall under the NLPS catalog of courses that the IDOE rolls out. So you will see it in there, and I believe it's going to fall under that STEM cluster again, but I may not, we don't know that just yet. They are hoping to add it to the NLPS course listing of courses this summer, as well as get the standards rolled out this summer. So we have a draft of the standards that we're working on right now to prepare and plan for developing this course, but those standards have not yet been finalized by IDOE, and we hope that that will be coming later in the summer, and then we'll be able to get our course aligned with that. And we do expect that it will be aligned 100%. This is also a 1-semester course, so it's not a full year course, whereas the other ones were full year course. So, and then you do have access to this slide deck. You're welcome to click on the link here and get more information from the IDOE's memo that they sent out. So that'll give you some more information about this new course. Now I'm going to turn it over to Leanne, and I didn't see any questions come through, but let me know if I missed something. And I'll let Leanne kind of wrap us up here I know that was quick going through half hour there, but Leanne can kind of wrap us up and yeah, lead us out.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Matt? Well, since he has shown you guys the courses that we have available in the pathways. Not seeing anything in the chat, so I'm assuming no. So to wrap this up a little bit, we have several other opportunities and resources that you can access. One of them is to become a CodeHS certified educator. If you're ever interested in that, you can get a hold of us. You can also earn CodeHS micro credentials, and we have a Facebook educators group. And then obviously we're on social media, and we have amazing new social media person. I don't know what is his exact title, Corrigan's title, but he is doing some awesome videos on social media, so that you definitely have to check that out as well. You can go ahead. We have some more free webinars coming up. They're not state specific. We just have free webinars throughout the summer. So we have some web design and web development ones. We have a couple other new courses coming out, AI courses, and that web design and development course that that Matt kind of hinted at, as far as just a general course. We have that coming out. So we do have a course launch on that one. Our new fundamentals of cybersecurity course, which fits into that pathway as well. And then getting started teaching APCSA. And then we have even more on the next slide. I'm not going to read all of them. You guys can definitely check those out at codehs.com/free PD. And that's kind of where we wrap things up. If you guys want to learn any more about bringing CodeHS to your classroom or to your school or district as a whole, you can go to codehs.com/learn more. And this is kind of where we say thank you, where we can hang out for a couple minutes and see if there's any more questions. And if they're not, then we'll end up probably ending right at 2:30. So thank you so much for attending.
Oh, yes. I see a question in there about computing foundations for a digital age. Yes, that can be offered at the 8th grade level as well. Thank you for reminding me of that. And I don't know that many schools will move that direction, but yeah, it can be offered then, and they can get high school credit for that at the 8th grade level.
And the IDOE also had said that it does qualify as long as it's a first semester class for funding, CTE funding at the 8th grade level as well.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't know that.
All right, I am not seeing any questions. Anybody have anything? Everybody's shy today, so we'll go ahead and wrap up. All right, have a great day, guys.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone.